Hello, this is the Irish Action. Okay, all right. Today, I'm going to take a look at the results from the FA Cup this weekend. Right, okay, all right. First up, Derby 1, Leeds 3. This was the Bride Clough Derby. And look, Leeds really navigated through a really sticky patch in this because Derby went 1-0 up. Leeds missed a penalty early doors. Then Brendan, Blurt, and Diaz. I'm sorry, I just can't take this guy seriously. No, literally, I was in St. James's Park, 2 years ago, seeing him on his Southampton debut hit the deck and squirm as if Fabian Schär had beat him up. He tickled his forehead with his eyebrows. So, I'm sorry. I used to champion Diaz when he was at Blackburn. I was the one who said he'd become a South American star and sign for a Champions League club, which he did to Villarreal. But, yeah, I just think he was really good. But nowadays, every time I look at him, I just think, you're a wimp. But, yeah, no, look, good Leeds win. Because, again, this was a game they didn't really need to win because Daniel Farke's main priority now is to save the legs and stay up. That is it. That is his mission. Keep Leeds in the Premier League. So they could have so easily sent out the B team and sacked this game off. But no. A feisty match. Almost a Derby match at Derby because Derby and Leeds don't like each other. And not just because of the Brian Clough thing from 50 years ago. No, it's because of Lampard and Bielsa and Spygate. So, look, good Leeds win. Next up, Portsmouth 1, Arsenal 4. Gabriel Martinelli scoring a hat-trick. Of course he does. Of course he does. The week where he becomes a James Bond bad guy villain in the media because he shoved Conor Bradley off the pitch. And I know I kind of steered into that by doing a whole skit about it. But, yeah, look, he's bounced back. And, look, he's kind of turned into Alejandro Garnacho a little bit. Because here at Fratton Park, he got roundly booed before he started scoring the goals by Pompey fans. Do Portsmouth fans really care if someone is mean to Conor Bradley? I wouldn't have thought so, but same with Garnacho. Garnacho got booed at Charlton away, the only one to get massively booed. He didn't do anything to Charlton either. It's because these two kind of have, almost an air of arrogance of the way they play, the way they almost look and carry themselves. Garnacho and Martinelli, it's kind of unfair, but I think, especially now after the Bradley incident, I think Martinelli is sort of signed up to get booed by everyone. Ronaldo had it back at Man United in his early days, and not just because he winked at Rooney. I think he was getting booed before that because he's sort of a brilliant player who he looks like someone who would, drink his own burps. And that feels very Martinelli right now. But look, he bounced back, scored a hat-trick. My big takeaway from this game, though, is Noni Madueke seizing a penalty for himself, which shouldn't be a surprise, considering he tried to nick one off Cole Palmer for Chelsea against Everton a couple of years ago. Remember that terrible look where it was Madueke, Jackson, and Palmer all fighting over the ball? Well, now we finally get a window into what would have happened if Madueke had taken that penalty. He's not able to hit the target. No, he does this stupid stutter run-up and completely spoons it wide, and that should be the end of it now. If Noni Madueke ever puts himself forward to take a penalty again, all of his teammates should say, no. You can't take pens. So, that was pretty embarrassing. Next up, Hull 0, Blackburn 0, Hull win on penalties. I'm guessing Alfie was squealing in his seat. Good win for Hull, I guess. I didn't see the match. Next up, Norwich 5, Walsall 1. I'm sure I didn't do anything stupid like tip Walsall for the win. This seems pretty, this seems pretty straightforward. Makama belting in a hat-trick. Easy Norwich win. Not much to say. Sheffield United 3, Mansfield 4. Wow, this is a big boy win. Nigel Clough, the son of Brighton, returning to his old club Sheffield United to leave with a win after Mansfield went 4-1 up. Lads, this is a game filled with like an absolute barrage of wonder goals, but wow, I still love the fact that we're seeing Clough magic in the FA Cup all these years later in 2026. Please tell me Nigel Clough has had a son. Please tell me he has got a son who's going into management as well. Someone called, I don't know, Bernie Clough or something, because, what did I say? What a weird name. Sorry if any of you out there are called Bernie, by the way, but I imagine you're not. Isn't that like a name for like a 50-year-old aunt addicted to cookies? But look, great win for Mansfield. This is, pure cup magic, this. This is, I love this result. Next up, Swansea 2, West Brom 2, and West Brom win on penalties. Yeah, I actually switched over to catch the penalty shootout in this game, and I did find it really weird how someone who missed for Swansea was literally called Wales, but he's Scottish. Very strange. But look, there was few horrendous penalties in this game, And West Brom were lucky to get through. But yeah, good win, I guess, for a club. I always remember getting to an FA Cup semi-final and then bottling it against Portsmouth. Yeah, poor baggies. But look, next up, West Ham 2, QPR 1 after extra time. This is a horrendous waste of West Ham's energy. You're not going to win the FA Cup. You're not even going to get to the semis or the quarters because you're a horrendous porridge outfit this year. And this is the last thing you needed, to waste time with extra time against trying to break down QPR. Oh, just horrible. Oh, I bet Nuno Santo was raging. He would probably, if he was really honest with himself, I know it would have built more pressure on his back, but he'd probably taken a last-minute QPR win in normal time to at least not infect his players with another half an hour of draining, grueling football when all of his relegation rivals have their feet up on the couch. Like, yeah, it was a win for West Ham, but in the context of everything, a nightmare win. All right, Man United losing home to Brighton. I predicted this. I said 1-0 Pascal Gross, but no, it was 2-1. Danny Welbeck scores the winner 10 years after he did so for Arsenal in this cup, on this pitch. He's still haunting them. And I think Darren Fletcher is sort of officially screwed up his interim gig. I mean, if there's any... I don't think it was a foregone conclusion that he would have been binned off for Carrick or Solskjaer. I think if he had won, handsomely beat Burnley and the same with Brighton in the cup, I think he'd have been kept on. I think surely Man United would have learned their lessons from when they ditched off Carrick when he was onto a good thing to go with the boring geography teacher was Ralph Rannick for a few months. They should have probably just kept going with Carrick. But no, Fletcher's absolutely ruined his job audition. This is like auditioning for Britain's Got Talent and getting sick on the stage. Like that's what Fletcher's interview for the job has kind of been like. Poor. Man United just looked poor. I mean, it was an exciting enough second half, I guess, especially when Benjamin Sesko scored towards the end. But and Shea Lacey looked bright when he came on. Fletcher picked one young gun to come on the pitch, and it wasn't either of his kids, so he's probably going to get it in the neck on the car ride home. But yeah, Lacey comes on, looks bright, and then gets sent off for being a teenager, like for just throwing the ball down and shouting, and then he walks off the pitch crying, which, you know, feel a bit bad for him, but he's gonna want to have a good career, isn't he? He looks like a quality player. But then again, I also thought about Josh Harrop 10 years ago, so maybe we'll see. We shall see. Next up, Cheltenham versus Leicester. Cheltenham 0, Leicester 2. I'm pretty sure I got this one bang on. I think I said 2-0 Leicester.
They're going to be Cheltenham. I think I'll go 2-0 Leicester win.
Yes! All right, next up, Everton 1, Sunderland 1. Sunderland win 3-0 on penalties. I haven't even brought myself to look at the penalty shootout, but Everton didn't even score a single penalty in a shootout at home in your own stadium. Since when did the Hill Dickinson Stadium weigh heavily on the players? Because that's now conceding 4 at home to Brentford, now failing to beat Wolves at home, a terrible Wolves, bottom of the league on 7 points now, and now going out on penalties at the first hurdle in the FA Cup at home to Sunderland. Lads, when the Toffees moved to the new stadium, it came with the promise of winning trophies, finally, and your best bets are in the domestic cup competitions. That was the last thing you won in 1995, the FA Cup. But to go out to a newly promoted club, for David Moyes to be losing against his old club, I think the pressure is gonna mount at him. And I think, I've been saying it for a while, I think the Toffees are soon going to upgrade because he is an interim in sheep's clothing. Don't know if that makes sense, but you know what I mean? He's like an interim pretending to be the permanent boss. So I think the Toffees will upgrade in the summer, and this is poor, really poor. Next up, Macclesfield versus Crystal Palace. Okay. I didn't know forfeits for this thing. No. For this, because there's too many games and it's definitely going to be so unpredictable. I didn't do any forfeits. Except one match. One match in the whole thing where I was confident enough to put forward a forfeit if that team lost. Play the clip.
3-0 Palace win. Am I really going to tip the holders of this competition to crash out at Macclesfield's ground? I know I said I wouldn't do forfeits, but if that happens, I will eat 5 rolls of toilet paper. Like, no chance.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Are you kidding me? Are you actually kidding me? The only match in the entire list where I put a forfeit on the line. And that is, of course, a Premier League club had never lost to a 6th tier team before. And full disclosure, I didn't know Macclesfield were even in the 6th tier. It's not as bad. It was worse than I thought it was, okay? Because I think I'd forgotten that Macclesfield, the old one, which had Sol Campbell as the manager, that old, historical, huge, long-time club, that folded. It was cancelled. And this is This isn't even Macclesfield. It's a Phoenix club, something birthed into existence in 2020. Their manager is Rooney's kid brother. Like, they're almost on the verge of being semi-pro. Are you kidding me? This is ridiculous. 6th tier. Isn't that like a league up from #United? And they're knocking out Crystal Palace. And not just Crystal Palace, not just a solid Premier League club. Oh no, it's a Crystal Palace who are defending their trophy. This might just be the worst defense of an FA Cup trophy ever. In fact, I already know that it is. No one has ever won the FA Cup before and then folded as horrifically the very next year. Not even Wigan. I'm pretty sure Wigan followed it up by getting into the quarters and knocking out Man City the next year. Like, this is spectacularly embarrassing. Look, it's the magic of the cup, and if I didn't have toilet paper at stake, I would be celebrating Macclesfield right now. But I'm not. I'm enraged that Crystal Palace just collapsed like a bunch of... Oh, like a tray of lasagna on getting sat on by a fat one on a plate. I'm not even making sense. I'm enraged because 5 rolls of toilet paper, like, this is dangerous. Okay, at the end of the video, I'm going to have to do this, but I think you can understand. I misspoke, okay? Because this is so unlikely. I just blurted out the first thing I could think of. I could have said anything. Honestly, like, I could have said, I will sellotape myself to the wing of a plane. Like, genuinely, and start sucking on some clouds as we fly to New Mexico. Like I could have said anything. I could have said that I was going to marry my mum. Like, I'm kind of relieved I only said eat 5 rolls of toilet paper. But then again, still though, this is grim because if I do that, I think you can understand. If I have 5 of these in my stomach, I'll be burping up paper for the rest of my life. In fact, you'd probably all be tuning into my next video, which would be, hello, I'm the Irish guy, and welcome to my funeral. Attended by just one person, my old PE coach. Don't ask. But look, okay, I'll make a compromise here. Please, and you must accept this, okay, surely, because I'm a man who does many, many forfeits, of course, but just like when I said I'd eat 50 bananas and then someone in the comments told me that if I did that I would die, I think it's the same deal for the paper. So what I'll do at the end of this video is, oh yeah, there'll be 5 rolls, of course, but I'll just chew them all instead in my mouth, but I won't swallow, because if I do, you're going to have to explain to my mum why I'm not coming up for Christmas dinner, all right? You're going to have to explain to her. Are you going to write on my tombstone that here lies the Irish guy who literally choked to death on toilet paper? Look, I'll chew it at the end of the video. Even that's 5 rolls. Oh, horrific. But look, a great win for Macclesfield, I guess. And John Rooney, you've just confirmed you are indeed the manager of the family. But look, next up, Wolves 6, Shrewsbury 1. Yeah, I predicted this. I said Wolves would win 5-0, win by 5 goals. Yeah, I predicted a 5... I successfully predicted a 5-goal win for one of the worst teams in Premier League history. But look, they're confident right now. I think... did Jurgen Strand Larsen get a hat-trick? He did. I think I said he would. Play the clip.
I think it's going to be a big win for Wolves. 5-0 Wolves. I'm going to go with a 5-0 Wolves win. Jurgen Strand Larsen with a hat-trick, and Mane and Joe Gomez.
So I'm able to predict this. But then Crystal Palace lose to a fake Macclesfield. Oh, horrific. But look, okay, next up. A great one for Wolves, by the way. Their confidence is flying right now. Okay, Boreham Wood 0, Burton Albion 5. I think I said Burton would win this on penalties after a 0-0 draw. Whoops, sorry. Boreham Wood, this is pretty dreadful. Next up, Burnley 5, Millwall 1. Yeah, a good win for Burnley, which will boost their confidence, I suppose. Comfy win, but yeah. I guess go on a cup run because you're going down. You're doomed. All right, next up, Doncaster 2, Southampton 3. Yeah, good little win, Southampton, although you were 3-0 up and nearly threw it all away. But again, you have bigger fish to fry trying to get out of the championship. Fulham 3, Middlesbrough 1. Doesn't this just feel like an old school Premier League result from the Barclays man era? Like, this is something you'd absolutely see in 2007. Like, Fulham 3, Middlesbrough 1. Sure. But look, this is more Harry Wilson magic, who's having the absolute season of his life. Is it too late in his career for him to go back to a massive club? Like, probably not. I mean, he's probably going to be one of these mid-table ballers who are just going to remain at Fulham for years and years and years. A bit like Morten Gabs Pedersen. It didn't matter how many wonder goals he used to smack in for Blackburn Rovers back in the day. No big club ever came in to pinch the Norwegian. And this is back in an era where he was literally the best Norwegian player on the planet. Boy, everything's changed. But yeah, no, I think Wilson probably be more, the modern day Pedersen. All right, next up, Ipswich 2, Blackpool 1. I don't know, I didn't see them. I think I said Blackpool would win this and Chuba Akpom would miss a penalty. Whoops. Next up, Man City 10, Exeter 1. Oh, lads, play the clip. Play the clip, because I'm pretty sure I kind of predicted this.
Man City usually go nuts on small teams in cup competitions. Like, remember when they beat Burton Albion 9-0? They're always pretty ruthless when coming up against little baby teams in these cups. So yeah, 6-0.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I literally, when predicting this game, I literally referenced the match where Man City won by 9 goals. Just follow through with it. You're literally thinking of a game where Man City won by 9. Follow it through. Predicted for this, but no, I didn't. Well, yeah, Man City did win 10-1. Chill out, Man City. Just calm down, all right? It's Exeter. Relax, mate. But, yeah, I mean, everyone's getting in the act. I think I predicted Max Alenia would score. Weirdly, and he did. So did Semenyo. So did everyone else. Ironically, though, the best goal of the game was actually scored by Exeter, who smacked one into the top bins at 9-0 down. But, yeah. I mean, I've never seen a team score 10. Not in English football before. So this is something new. I always wanted to see a 10-0 or something because all these clubs always stop at 9. But no, there was no mercy contract in this match. Oh no, Man City just 8 goals for fun. Newcastle 3, Bournemouth 3. I was at this game. What a game. What a game. I was by the corner flag for the penalties. And oh look, it was chaos. It was a shambles, really. I predicted that Harvey Barnes, didn't I say in one of the videos recently that he gets goals in spurts and you know, when he scores, he goes on a run of scoring in 3 in a row. Well, lads, this was Harvey Barnes' 6th brace for the club. The 6th time where he has ended a match chasing a hat-trick for Newcastle. And he's only been there 2 years, and he's a winger who mainly plays the backup role for Anthony Gordon. Like, it's astonishing. When this man is in form, I think he's one of the biggest threats in front of goal in English football. He is. Like, when he's in form, he'll happily score 2 goals in every match. He's now got 4 in a week. Like, it's mad. And this should have been the last minute winner he scored. But oh no. Cue the Ramsdale mix-up at the back. And, yeah, it was 3-3, forcing penalties. And, lads, I have to say, I saw a lot of people around the stadium leave the game early. They left the game when Bournemouth were 2-1 up. So they missed about an hour of football. You bought your ticket to the match and you leave on the 80th minute thinking, you've given up. That's what you're saying to the players. You've given up on any chance of the team going through, and so you've given up and left. You've missed 3 goals and a whole array of penalties. You've missed an hour of football. It's basically like somebody leaving a Marvel film when the good guy's in trouble, and you think, oh, the good guy's lost. That's the end of it. Like The Dark Knight Rises. It's like giving up, throwing your popcorn in the bin, and storming out of the cinema, going home when he's in the pit. You just missed an hour of action. Like, it's mad. And I saw it again when Newcastle went 3-2 up. People next to me fully left, and Harvey Barnes puts us 3-2 up, thinking the game is done. It's not. It's literally not. And so you're literally trapped outside the stadium having to watch the penalties on your phone when you had a ticket to the match. And lads, tickets to Newcastle matches are kind of like gold dust. They always kind of have been, but especially since the takeover. So I think anyone leaving early, how did you not learn your lessons from the Leeds match 3 days earlier? Honestly, it's my biggest pet peeve in football, and I think it's shocking. Okay, no, not my biggest. My biggest is footballers wearing their first names on the back of their jerseys. Your name is Van Dijk, mate. Anyway, look, yeah, crazy match for Newcastle, but thankfully, got the win and went through. All right, Sheffield United 0, Brentford 2. Yeah, solid Bees win. Stoke 1, Coventry 0. I think it's a Coventry would win this, but good Stoke win, I suppose. Bristol City 5, Watford 1. Must be kind of embarrassing to be a Watford fan right now. Javi Gracia, watch your back, mate. You're going to get sacked again. Cambridge 2, Birmingham 3. Birmingham go through. Kyogo Furuhashi. He was threatened with a return to Celtic, and he scores in this match. Look, he'd probably love a return to Celtic, all right, but yeah. Hasn't been a great season so far. Grimsby 3, Weston Supermare 2. Who cares? Spurs 1, Aston Villa 2. Oh, Thomas Frank, you're in trouble. I said Villa would win this game, but you are absolutely... This is another competition where Spurs... Are Spurs in the hunt for any trophy? No, they're not. No. Spurs aren't in the hunt for any trophies this... well, I mean, Champions League, I guess, but no. No. So yeah, it's going to be another season where you don't win nothing. Look, Villa are good. Villa are a good team. I suppose there's no real shame in losing, but it's not a good look. All right, Charlton 1, Chelsea 5. Okay. Remember what I said about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer when he first came in as interim boss at Man United with no experience really in how to manage a top club and instantly manages to wake up his players to win 5-1 on the road at Cardiff. Lee Senior's just done that at Charlton. I said he'd actually slip up. So fair play. You plopped on your glasses and you managed to navigate your club over a banana skin. And yeah, you've won fairly handsomely. What could have been a tough away day. So yeah, good Chelsea win. But we'll see. We shall see if this is just a quality start and then Rosenior basically burns out and flops. Proving himself to be, every inch a modern day Premier League geek with no actual ability to control a top flight, a dressing room full of egos. But we'll see. We shall see. Next up, MK Dons 1, Oxford 1. Oxford winning penalties. Good job to Oxford. Next up, Port Vale 1, Fleetwood 0. Good win for Port Vale. Preston 0, Wigan 1. I said this. Play the clip.
I mean, I know Preston are a high-flying championship club right now, but still, it's Wigan in the FA Cup. This is their tournament. 1-0 Wigan.
Yes, 1-0. And then finally, Wrexham 3, Nottingham Forest 3. Play the clip.
Go with a Wrexham win, 2-1. 2-1 Wrexham. With James McLean scoring the winning goal from 30 yards out. Now does he even have the power in his legs to score from that? I don't know.
I said there'd be an upset and Wrexham would win. And okay, they were Callum Hudson-Odoi saved the day for Forest briefly with 2 wonderful goals to force extra time and then penalties. But then Wrexham win on penalties. I mean, I said James McLean would score from 30 yards, but then I kind of questioned myself, thinking, does he have the power in his legs to do so? And he missed his penalty, skying it over the bar. Look, great win for Wrexham, but I kind of had a feeling that this would be another story to put in their Disney doc. But yeah, look, that was the FA Cup recap. And, okay, all right, let's get the toilet paper. Oh, this could be grim.
This is supposed to be a tone down channel. What is happening? Oh no. Oh, he's awful. One down.
Now, for anyone saying that I didn't do this forfeit properly, well then, can I just ask you, what would have happened if this had all been in my stomach at the same time? That was weird. Don't know why I didn't do that. But yeah, it was either this version of the Irish guy or a dead Irish guy. It's grim, isn't it? All right, let's see it, baby. Enjoy the topic of the next 2 days. I'll talk to you in a while. hate Macclesfield. I've got no toilet paper left. My jumper it is then.